Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Freehand here, and it is absolutely great to see you here tonight. And it's pretty late over here, around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, probably almost 11 now. And but I'm very, very excited. See, I have my coffee ready and get energized and to introduce a very, very special guest of mine, and just recently met him. And his name is Jono Armstrong, and he does a lot of crazy, awesome stuff. And he's here talking about a great product going to help a lot of people start making money online. So pay attention. And and you're also going to get your pen and paper ready. He's going to teach you a lot of great stuff about how to make money online. So pay attention on that as well. Now, before we jump into this product here, I want to kind of learn a little bit the background story, how Jono gets started. So Jono, would you kind of take over the mic, share your internet marketing story? Like, how did you get it started and how did you end up where you are today?
Okay. All right. Well, I left the UK when I was 18 after I finished high school.
Okay.
I was bored of the kind of weather over there and the food and the grey skies and all the rest of it. And I wanted to go out and see the world. So I went over to Australia for a year, and I got a work visa, so I was working over there. I was just doing some low-end jobs like cleaning and washing dishes and fruit picking and stuff like that. And it was good fun. We had a blast, but I didn't really like the hard work that was involved and the low kind of wage that I was getting. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I was set to come back to the UK after I finished my 1-year visa over in Australia. Mm-hmm. And I had a transit in Indonesia, which was kind of a stop off on the way back to Europe.
Okay.
So I stopped off in Indonesia. I was only supposed to be there. I was only supposed to be here for 3 weeks, and I ended up staying for 3 months. I absolutely loved it. The price of living, the weather, the people, the food, everything.
Wow.
So my money ran out, and I ended up having to go back to the UK, and I signed up for university, which I didn't end up going to university in the end because I just worked. I was selling ice creams for like a couple of months.
Selling ice cream?
Ice cream.
What's your favorite flavor?
My hometown in the UK is like next to the sea. It's like a seaside resort town. So in the summer, it's really packed with tourists. So there's a ton of opportunities for doing stuff like that. So I ended up selling ice cream for like 3 months and got some money together, saved everything, and came straight back out to Indonesia. Mm. So I was out here for about 6 months before that money ran out, and then I had to look for work. So I started off teaching English. I was teaching English for quite a while. But again, I didn't like the fact that I had a boss. I didn't like the fact that I could only take 20 days leave per year to go on holiday. I hated that fact. I hated somebody dictating my freedom to me. So I looked into ways to make money online, and this was back in kind of 2007 now. Okay. And I started doing a course. I bought a course which is called Google Cash. It was on ClickBank.
Okay.
And I went through that, and it taught me how to use AdWords and send them directly to affiliate offers, which were on ClickBank. Mm-hmm. I mean, there wasn't any JVZoo, Warrior Plus back then. It was just ClickBank, and AdWords were pretty. They let you do that back then. They don't let you do it anymore. You have to use bridge pages and all kind of stuff to get around it. But you could link directly from an AdWords ad directly to a sales page. Yeah, and I made a little bit of money doing that, but I also
those days were very, very sweet. You can do that.
They were the good old days for sure. I mean, I wish you could still do that now, but you can't. So anyway, I did that for about 6 months, and I made a little bit of money, but I did spend a lot of money on AdWords as well. And the ROI wasn't brilliant, but I did kind of figure out how to use paid traffic. But and then after that, I got into Amazon niche sites. I was building Amazon niche sites for a while. I still hadn't quit my job teaching yet because the money that I was making wasn't enough to kind of take over that wage. And then I got into e-com, and that's where stuff really took off. I got into e-com. They didn't have Shopify back then. It was kind of 2009. And I was using a platform called Magento, and I was sending traffic that I'd learned from paid traffic. I was sending traffic to my e-com stores, and I was drop shipping the stuff from AliExpress before anybody knew what AliExpress was. So I really cashed in there. I was making some really good money, and I did quit my job teaching because of that. And then in kind of 2016, everybody started doing drop shipping. Everybody got onto Shopify. Everybody was onto AliExpress, and I had a ton of competition, and my sales started drying up. So I started to investigate affiliate marketing again, and I got back into kind of traffic and JVZoo and stuff like that, but I wasn't building my list yet. So I was just sending traffic to JVZoo offers, and I started making a bit of money, but again, I was spending a lot of money on paid traffic. So I started researching a ton of videos on YouTube, particularly Brendan Mace. I got into Brendan Mace, and he had a ton of free videos on YouTube, and he was talking about list building. So I started to experiment with list building. I started buying solo ads. I started running paid traffic to my landing pages, building up a list. And then I started making some good money. And then that was kind of beginning of 2017. And then now here we are a year later, and I'm making a ton of money every single day, and making even more with launching and stuff like that. So that's kind of my story, I guess.
So kind of like from 2007 to 2017, and the one of the thing that, as you're talking about your story here, kind of stick it out is that if I don't want to put the word in your mouth, but if you had to rewind this, like start all over again, will list building become your like priority? Like if you start 2017 building an email list, it'd be a whole lot richer right now, right? For
sure. Yeah, I wish I'd have done that back in those days, especially when AdWords was so slack. I could have just sent people directly to a squeeze page and then to an offer.
Right.
I wish I'd have had that system in place, but I didn't. But yeah, if I was to go back to zero, I would start building a list as soon as possible.
From day one, right? From day one. I want to kind of mention this to my audience because this is exactly the same message I've been talking about for the last, however, 5-7 years. And because that was my number one mistake too, because I was, instead of doing e-commerce, I was a Amazon affiliate when I first started. Doing the affiliate side of stuff, and you know, all I had to do is put a little freaking form on the page to start building lists, but I didn't do that. I was like, you know, I just sent direct traffic, everything was okay, but you know, law comes to the famous Google slap, and everything was wiping out overnight. So it was like, that was my my heart just dropped, right? I was like, what the hell am I gonna do now? Like, what am I gonna do? Then I kind of stepped back and cooled off a little bit. Well, what is the biggest mistake I made that day? You know, spend days and nights and hours doing SEO, building WordPress blogs to get all that thing up. Finally got to work. What was the mistake in this whole journey here? It was, I wasn't building the list. I wasn't building the right. So after that, that's all I'm gonna focus on is building the list just like you. So
a lot of people made that mistake. You know, they built those Amazon niche sites, and they were just running traffic to it, and they weren't building a list. And then the Google slap came along, and a ton of people got hit. They lost their income overnight. Yeah, if they'd have had that list in place, nobody could have took that away from them. You know.
Yeah, they just you know, started emailing the traffic to a direct offer or something else. You know, in that niche. That was like, say, so the thing I would realize, like, hey, you know, I don't really own the website. Google kind of owns it, because if he decide to change some kind of policy or algorithm, I'm effed up, right? So how do I own this something called asset on the internet? And by far, email list is your number one asset, right? So this is, by the way, this is going to tie to the product. We're going to talk about how you're going to build email lists at the same time, going to make you lots and lots of money. And this is the only way to make a steady income online, to have your very, very own email list. I kind of emphasize this because a lot of people are still not building lists these days. I still don't get it as much as I'm talking about it and show examples, myself example and your examples, and people are still not doing it. That's why probably they're still struggling. People who get it though, probably 1 or 2 or 10 people watching this get it. They will start aha moment for them to start really making money here.
Yeah. So a lot of people have the misconception that they can just start running traffic to an offer and start making money that way. They don't see the big picture. They don't see it long term. They don't see that you can actually build a list without any kind of disruption to sending people to that offer as well. I mean, you can still make money from that exact offer, but at the same time, you're capturing those people for the long term, you know? And it doesn't really take that much extra effort either, but it's so worth it.
I think it's a human nature, want to see the results instantly. So, and you know, it's going to take maybe one more step into what you're already doing to capture leads and set up follow-up sequence. and that's kind of delayed the results. And maybe that's just like what I'm thinking from the audience point of view to see this. Maybe that's why they kind of, why do I need to bother the trouble set up the extra step? But this is why, because if you don't, all that stuff you're doing can be wiped out overnight. I'm just telling you. And you know, when Google Ads shut you down, boom, it's gone too, by the way. So you gotta own your email list. So which this leads to the next segment of this interview is how did you first of all, how did you hook up with Richard and Paul, which is your launching partner, and how did you come up with this product idea? What is the biggest problem you're trying to help our community solve here by having this product?
Okay, well, I met up with Paul. First of all, he contacted me about, I must have been about 4 months ago now. And Paul's also from Yorkshire, which is the kind of region of England that I'm from. And also Rich is from Yorkshire too. So that kind of brings us in, you know, we have something in common there. Mm-hmm. And also Paul lives 6 months of the year in Thailand. So we kind of have something in common there because I live just across the road in Indonesia. So he contacted me and he said, how are you doing? You know, we've never made contact online before. What are you doing? You know, how's life and stuff like that. And we got talking, and then he said, would you be interested in launching a product with me and Richard? And I said, yeah, sure. What's it going to be about? And it said, well, it's kind of a newbie's blueprint to creating a sustainable business online. Mm-hmm. And I said, okay, that sounds really good because that's exactly what I'm doing, and that's what I'm teaching to my followers, my subscribers as well. So if we can pull together and come together on this, then it'll be good because they've actually taught me a ton of stuff that I didn't even know about either, which is all about profiting on the back end of offers by using bonus delivery pages. And it completely makes sense, but it's something that I'd never tried out before. So I started trying out this method, and these guys, I mean, they've got results to back it up, but they're making an additional 75 cents for every dollar that they bring in commissions on the front end. They're profiting and making an additional 75 cents on the back end, which is almost kind of doubling your money. So that's what we call the Paytrix system. And I'm not sure how many other people have actually revealed this system before. So that's what we're doing inside of this product that we're launching together on the 29th.
And very important what he said here, if you're watching this right now, and I want to kind of stop here a moment, is the money are made in the back end. A lot of people are ignoring that. A lot of people are wasting the back end. You know, if you're a product launcher right now, all you focus on is the front end, but the real money are made in the back end. For example, I'm still shocked at how many launches out there doesn't have a back end webinar. I mean, that you just kind of like, that's a lot of money you left on the table, if you ask me.
Yeah, crazy. I mean, I just launched with Brendan and Jason, and we had a really good back end. We had our own webinar going on. Mm-hmm. Revenue on the front end was about 83,000. The revenue on the back end from the webinar, which ends up being 100% profit for us, was around 65,000.
Right.
That's like shared between the three of us. So I don't know how much we made on the front end, probably about, I don't know, 10,000 each. Right. On the back end, we made so much money. So yeah, when you're launching, it's important to do that for sure. But even as an affiliate, you can do stuff like that on the back end of your bonus delivery pages. Right. And that's what we're focusing on in Paytrix.
So cool. So would you have a couple of minutes, maybe share some of the stuff that you guys will be talking about and educating people how to do this system? What exactly is involved in inside this product?
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to share my screen now. Okay. And this is the members area right here. So this is the front end product. So you got the welcome video here. And then we get into the introduction of who I am, who Paul is, who Richard is. We each do like a separate introduction. Now, the thing about Paytrix is I know that not everybody likes watching over-the-shoulder videos. So what we've done here is we've got the PDF version of the module as well, so people can actually read through that. Okay. Now, what it is I'm kind of the newbie compared to Richard and Paul here. So what Richard and Paul have done is they've put their information inside of the PDF. Okay. And we both do things a little bit differently. Okay. It's the same business model, but we approach it in different ways. So inside of the videos, this is where I reveal how I do things. Okay. So when it comes to affiliate offers, for example, how to choose a good offer that you know is going to convert, how to look at the stats and the EPCs to see if it's going to be a good offer to use in the funnel. So I talk about how I do my research, and then inside the PDF, Paul and Rich talk about what they do, which is sometimes a little bit different. Okay, so we've got affiliate offers, how to find a good offer to use in your funnel to make money from. And then we get into traffic, which is module 3 here. So I talk about the ways that I get traffic to my offers, and I also include a whole section in here. I mean, this video is 24 minutes long, and I talk about how to set up a landing page and capture those emails into your autoresponder before directing them to the offer. Okay, now I use different traffic sources to Richard and Paul. Their traffic sources are talked about inside the PDF. Okay. And there's actually a couple of traffic sources in the PDF that I'd never heard of before, but they look really, really good. Okay. Module number 4 is when we start to talk about bonus pages. Now, I never used to use bonus pages at the beginning of, towards the end of last year. I wasn't using bonus pages, and I didn't really think that they were going to help. But it turns out they are so vital in this industry. So as soon as I started using bonus pages, my income just exploded because of using bonus pages and these bonuses. It helps you to filter out the bad traffic. It helps you to get good EPCs, and it helps you to get a ton more sales. I didn't think it was important last year, but it really is. So I talk about how I make my bonus pages in the video, and then the guys talk about how they do it inside the PDF. And we also talk about where to get these bonuses from inside of module 5. And I talk about how I do it again inside of my video, and then Rich and Paul talk about how they do it inside the PDF. And I had a read through the PDF, and it was a real eye-opener. They're talking about creating custom softwares to use as bonuses and all kinds of stuff. There's 3 different strategies that they've got going on inside this PDF. It was really, really interesting to read. But I talk about what I do because I generally focus on launches, on promotions that I do in the information space, okay? And creating bonuses in the information space is a completely different ball game than creating bonuses for software products. So you get the best of both worlds really, especially inside of this module here. Okay, module number 6, this Richard has taken over here because this is where we start to talk about the money in the back end of affiliate promotions. Okay. It starts to talk about the delivery of these bonus delivery pages. And then module number 7, Richard talks about long-term growth, and there's also the PDFs there to support that as well. So that's everything that is covered inside of the front end. And there's a ton of information there, and if you follow the information to a T, you're going to be following the exact same blueprint that not only I use, but also Richard and Paul. And those guys are making even more money than I am. So it's a proven business model, and this is all you really need to get started with it.
Right. Can you talk about what the software does? I see 2 different software. One's Paytrix software, one's Paytrix affiliate software. What are the differences?
Okay. Well, these are all included in the upsells. So the first software, this is going to be a bunch of templates that people can use as bonus pages, and it's a software that is going to create these bonus pages for you, and then also create the bonus delivery pages as well. And it's a custom software, okay? It's not Commission Gorilla, just in case you might be. It's a custom software that Richard's had made that does all of this for you. So that's the template that's the Paytrix software. Okay. And then there's also another upsell with some additional softwares. Basically, they get bonus templates delivered to them on a monthly basis for just a one-time fee. Okay. So they get bonus delivery pages delivered to them every single month with upsell offers that they can use to profit on the back end, delivered to them every single month, and then they just pay just a single one-off fee to get that. And then we've also got another upsell with Paytrix affiliate software. This is going to be softwares that Richard has had built for him over the past couple of years. That people can go out there and they can use as bonuses, or they can just go straight out, sell them as their own products. So there's two options there. They can either use it as bonuses to entice people to buy promotions from them, or they can just use these and just sell them if they like. And they're all high quality softwares that he's had developed. And then the final upsell is the Paytrix case study, where we're going to be, Richard and Paul are going to be showing you some results that they've been getting using the Paytrix strategy that is explained inside of here, using the profit off the back end, and also an additional 3 strategies that they use together with this system to generate even more money on a monthly basis. So a ton of information inside this product, and a ton of good softwares and stuff as well that people can use.
So for the bonus page creating software, is that something that they run as like a desktop software when they're creating a HTML page upload to their own server, or is this like a cloud-based software? Where
It's a cloud-based software, so they don't need to download anything. There's no kind of issues between Windows and Mac and stuff like that. It's completely cloud-based. Yeah.
So you guys gonna host the delivery page and the bonus page for people?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a huge value there, guys. So yeah. So okay, cool. Just want to kind of make sure that we're clear here. So okay, so I think that's about kind of overview of the software. So let's talk about the funnels. Let's talk about name of the product, time of the launch, and who's going to be really benefit for getting this.
Okay, let me go and bring up that information because it's a lot for me to remember. But okay, the people behind it is going to be me, Jono Armstrong, and Richard Fairburn, who you probably heard of if you've been in space for a while, and also Paul O'Keefe. So we're the guys behind this. We kind of share the front end, like me and Richard do all the videos. Richard and Paul have done most of the all of the PDFs. And then those guys are doing the upsell promotions as well. So as far as the prices are concerned, okay, well, the front end is $14.95.
Okay.
Yep, the first upsell is $27.
Okay.
So that's going to be the bonus pages.
Bonus software, yeah.
Yeah. The second upsell is $37.
Okay.
The first upsell, $27. That's going to be the softwares that people get on a monthly basis. They're kind of done for you.
Okay.
Because okay. Okay. The second upsell is $37. That's going to be the bonus pages on a monthly basis. Sorry. So the first upsell is you get an additional, you get some additional templates that you can use, and then the second upsell is getting additional templates every single month for the one-off fee of $37. The third upgrade is the additional softwares that people can use as bonuses, or they can sell them themselves, and that's $47. And then the case studies and advanced additional training is the fourth upsell, and that's $9.95.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, so, and actually, you don't know this, but I actually meet Richard and Paul in person as well. So,
right. Where did you meet them?
Yeah, at the marketing event. So they're awesome people. They always help people as well. So anyway, I think that's about all the questions I need to ask you here. But one last question, it's kind of like a hot seat questions. So as people watching this, they know how powerful this system is, especially you want to get into affiliate marketing, start living an income level that you can, it's not like, one day you make money, next day you don't make money, so you can make consistent money, building a brand, building a business, building a list, your course and your software going to help people taking care of that. So they want to buy this, they want to get this, but my last question for you is, there are a lot of similar software info products like this out in the marketplace. What made this product so special they should absolutely grab this during the launching period?
Yeah, there are a lot of products out there that teach similar stuff, okay, because the reason why they do that is because the system works, okay. It's a proven blueprint, and it's scalable, and it's something that's long term, okay. You can just build this up, and you can keep scaling it to the thousands, okay. What makes ours different is we include all of the tools that people need to make this work. Okay. A lot of other products are similar products. They only teach you how to do it, but they don't actually include the tools that you need to do it. So they kind of leave that bit out, and you have to go and figure that out on your own. So what we've done with Paytrix is we've included everything that people actually need to make this system 100% work. And I guess that's what makes this stand out from the other similar products. I mean, we're including these bonus page builders. We're including bonuses that people can use or sell, and we're including offers that people can use to profit from on the back end, so they can make that additional 75 cents per dollar that they bring in, and they can cash in on it that way. So they're not leaving money on the table. And that's something that I think a lot of these other similar courses don't even talk about. So that's kind of what makes this different and why you should buy it.
And most importantly, get out the mindset to send traffic direct to a page, and anything after that you have no control of. Get into the mindset, building your email list, start control your traffic, control your asset, have your number one asset in the internet space. And that's really, really important. I think whether you get this course or not getting this course, that need to be doing. And if you are deciding to doing this, I can vouch vouch for Richard and John and Paul. This is one of the best course out there and software out there to get. And why do I know that? Because I know Richard and Paul personally for many, many years. They started this journey way before I did. And they have taught me a lot of cool tricks behind the scenes as well. And I haven't seen Jono recently be dominating lots of leaderboards. So this is not something they just, make it up to make money. This is something that they make it up to really help people. So make sure you jump there in early and check out all the bonuses we have right below here. Make sure you clean your cookie, grab from my link, and grab this during launching period. And it's $14.95. It could be one of those life-changing course. You started seeing that your first $100, then to next day. It's about system. It's about strategy. It's about you doing the right thing every single day and taking massive actions. And make sure you go grab it this right now. And so with that being said, I want to kind of personally thank you, Jono, to being here with us, taking a very, very busy schedule to share all kinds of cool tips with us. And thank you guys for watching this. And I'll see you guys in the very, very next video. Cheers.
Another Tuesday morning. Ooh, I hate that sound. So, the morning routine had started again. I went straight for my laptop and I opened up my affiliate account. I logged in and yeah, no change there then. So, I got out of bed, I grabbed my shirt and tie and I headed off for another exciting day at the office. I sat in traffic for around an hour before finally arriving there. Everything seemed to be business as usual, right up until my computer actually started to talk to me. It was telling me that Paytrix had me and that I should follow some bluebird. This was far out. I've never experienced anything like this. It was weird. So I got up and I went out of the office. While I was outside, a taxi pulled up. A bluebird taxi. Weird. Anyway, I got in. And on the back seat of the cab, I found a note that said 3304. And immediately the cab started to move. This was getting freaky. took off my tie. I hate wearing ties. The taxi finally pulled up to a dark apartment building on 12th Street, and I got out and I made my way inside. I got into the lift and I told it to go up to the 33rd floor. I took off my shirt. I hate the whole corporate kind of stereotypical look anyway. And in any case, the shirt was dirty, so I just dumped it. What the heck was this place that I was in? Why am I here? Completely freaking me out. But nonetheless, I was curious and I wanted to know more. Looks like I got to the right room, so I opened the door and I went inside.
At last. Welcome, Jono. As you no doubt have guessed, I'm Morpheus.
It's an honor to meet you.
No, the honor's mine. Please sit. Do you know why you're here?
Paytrix?
Do you want to know what it is? Paytrix is everywhere. All around us. Even now, in this very room. Paytrix is the truth.
What truth?
The truth? That you are a slave, Jono, like every other newbie, trying to make money online. Unfortunately, no one can be told what Paytrix is. You have to see it for yourself. This is your last chance. After this, there's no turning back. You take the blue pill. The story ends. And you go back to your 9 to 5. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I'll show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth and nothing more.
Hi there, my name is Jono Armstrong. I've been full-time affiliate marketing since February 2017 when I made my first $18 commission. Since then, I've been hammering away at the system and I finally cracked the code. And now I'm making an average of $700 per day. But it wasn't always like this. I spent most of my life in low-skilled jobs, grinding away only to make money for my boss. I wanted a change, so I looked to the internet for help. Many months of grinding have brought me to where I am right now, and I'm still learning. but I'm always exploring new ways that I can maximize my profits and squeeze even more commissions out of my efforts. A little over a month ago, I was introduced to 2 super affiliates who are making millions in this industry. And although I'm making a dream wage myself, it made me realize what a small fish I am in comparison to them. They introduced me to the Paytrix method, which showed me how I can generate an additional 75 cents for every single dollar that I make in commissions with very little additional work. And since I've been implementing the Paytrix strategy, my income has almost doubled. Inside of Paytrix, I'll not only be showing you exactly what I do in my business to generate an average of $700 per day, but I'll also be explaining the Paytrix blueprint, which allows me to make an additional $525 on top of that $700 every single day. The system is so ridiculously easy that even the greenest of newbie could do it. And it also comes with all of the resources that you need to make the system work. Having a daily income like this has allowed me to do things that I would have never even been able to dream of during my daily 9 to 5 grind. And life in general has become a million times brighter for me since I decided to take the red pill. But the question is, which pill will you decide to take today?